it used to be a detriment for me that I shot so many different things, because people do want to think that if you're a still life shooter, you shoot frozen peas, and that you can't shoot, you know, fresh bananas if you're. So it can actually get that tight of a niche. But so I actually have had many niches that I've evolved into entire careers, which is why I kept so crazy busy, because each one of them would keep me busy with the real estate photography. I traveled around the world. I did a lot of aerial photography, you know, interiors of major estates, shot for all the big developers around the country. So that kept me busy. And it was in around 1986 that actually an opening came up for Muscle and Fitness for their main photographer. And the art director who I'd worked with previously asked me if I wanted to do a test shoot, you know, with a bodybuilder, because I had already been shooting some bodies for various things. I shot Franco Colombo at one point. I shot a few other, I did a calendar that had a lot to do with physiques. This is before I was even in the physique world. These were just, you know, random assignments that came to me. So the art director thought that I could handle this, and they sent me, you know, a bodybuilder to do a test shoot at my studio. At this point, fast forward, I'm already 2 studios, I should say, I'm already on my second studio.
Here in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
My first studio was actually in Venice.
Okay.
Once I moved out of having that gig for the magazine, I converted a 2-car garage in Venice into a studio, which actually worked surprisingly well. I did some bigger than you would think productions out of this little 2-car garage. I painted the entire thing white. It was really just one huge cove, if you will, that you could step into. And I opened the garage door if I needed to and step back. So I used that. Then I opened up a nice studio on Main Street in the heart of Santa Monica. And that's where I was when I did this bodybuilding test. Now, I hadn't really worked with a bodybuilder at this point to the extent that they wanted me to. So I created a set, you know, to really come up with some kind of a look for the shoot. And they sent down this bodybuilder. I thought he looked great because I wasn't tuned in at that time to the fine points of bodybuilding. So
good to you, right?
Right, he looked good to me. He had a lot of muscles.
Working.
So I was all excited. I did the shoot. I took the shoot up to go over, you know, with actually directly with Joe Weider.
Okay.
And that, you know, within itself, you know, can be a little intimidating. His office was enormous. I mean, his conference room alone, nobody is here, but the length of this room here, which is what, like 30 feet or something,
about that,
was his personal conference room off of his personal office with all these huge paintings and statues all over. So I'm all excited. I thought I did a great job with the shoot. And he's looking at the shots and he's going, "Oh, how can I use these pictures?" He's like, "Oh, the guy is soft." And I'm like, "Soft?" I'm like, "Where?"